A dog's affectionate nature means they are inclined to shower us with love, becoming cherished members of our families. We welcome them into our homes, our lives, and our hearts, fully expecting a bond that's as unwavering as it is unconditional. Knowing how deeply canines enjoy human company, discovering that one might not share the same warmth towards you can be incredibly jarring, even truly heartbreaking. It's one thing to approach a stranger's dog and find they're not keen on being petted. That's easily dismissed. But imagine adopting a new furry friend, a creature you've opened your home to, only to realize they don't quite like you. The sting of that realization can be profoundly disheartening, leaving you wondering what you're doing wrong, or worse, if your pet silently resents you. What if your beloved canine isn't as happy with you as you think? Could you be missing crucial signals that speak volumes about their true feelings? This video will dive deep into 14 telling signs that your dog might not be your biggest fan, revealing secrets hidden in plain sight. One of the most immediate indicators of a dog's mood is their tail, or lack thereof, when they see you. Observing your pet's tail closely can tell you a lot about their feelings. If you approach your dog and their tail begins to wag with an enthusiastic, broad motion that involves their whole body, especially their rear wiggling back and forth, it's a clear sign of happiness and contentment to see you. This kind of fast, broad wag unmistakably signals joy and friendliness. However, a tucked tail pulled low between their legs is an undeniable indicator that your dog feels nervous or even frightened in your presence. It's important to remember that not all tail wags mean the same thing. A slow, hesitant tail wag, for instance, often suggests that your dog is insecure or uncertain about a situation. Paying close attention to these subtle differences in their tail movements is vital for truly understanding your dog's emotional state around you. Another telling sign that your canine companion might not hold you in the highest regard is if they consistently avoid cuddling, especially after a meal. Dogs, by nature, are pack animals that instinctively crave companionship and closeness. If your dog loves to play and cuddle with you, it's a wonderful sign. They consider you a valued member of their pack, finding your presence and attention comforting and enjoyable. When a dog seeks out cuddles with you after they've just eaten, it's an even deeper sign of affection. This behavior demonstrates that they don't simply view you as a feeding machine, but rather as a beloved figure with whom they want to share moments of vulnerability and relaxation. Conversely, if your pet actively ignores your attempts at closeness or seeks distance, especially when you're expecting a moment of bonding, it's often a red flag that they might not be feeling happy or secure with you. Remember, though, that dogs are also experts at hiding discomfort or pain. If your dog suddenly starts acting differently, withdrawing from contact when they normally seek it, it could indicate an underlying ailment or injury that warrants a visit to the vet. Dogs communicate not just with their bodies, but also with their eyes. The inability or unwillingness to make eye contact with you can be a significant sign of distrust. Animal behaviorists widely believe that a dog's ability to look into a human's eyes in a non-aggressive, gentle way was a pivotal step in their domestication. They somehow learned that humans respond positively to eye contact, and by engaging in it, a deep, meaningful relationship could be forged. So, when your dog is willing to gaze lovingly and openly into your eyes, it's a profound sign of trust and mutual understanding. On the flip side, if a dog isn't your biggest fan, they will consistently avoid your gaze, often backing away or turning their head. This behavior stems from their natural instinct to choose flight over fight. By averting their eyes, your dog is attempting to de-escalate any perceived tension, keep the peace, and signal that they don't want confrontation, often because they feel threatened or uneasy. The preference for where they sleep can also reveal a lot about your dog's trust in you. In the wild, wolves and feral dogs purposefully choose to sleep in small, confined areas, surrounded by trusted pack members who can offer protection from predators. Our domesticated dogs perceive us as part of their pack and expect us to provide a similar sense of safety and security in the face of any potential danger. Therefore, if your dog consistently chooses not to sleep in the same room as you, or even seems hesitant to relax and rest nearby, it might indicate a significant trust issue. They may not feel entirely secure or protected when you are close, preferring to find a separate space where they feel less vulnerable. When your dog begins to ignore your commands, it's often more than just stubbornness. It speaks volumes about the bond you share. Many people mistakenly think dog training is solely about the dog learning obedience, but it's actually a profound exercise in building and reinforcing the trust shared between both ends of the leash. If a dog doesn't truly trust their owner, they are far less likely to respond well to training directives. This challenge is frequently seen with newly adopted rescue dogs who have endured abuse, punishment, or abandonment, making it incredibly difficult for them to instinctively trust their new families. While starting training promptly is crucial, it can take months for a rescue dog to internalize that their new home is permanent and safe. Furthermore, research has demonstrated that dogs can actually choose to ignore information they deem unnecessary. So, if your once responsive pet suddenly gives you the cold shoulder and completely ignores your commands, it's a strong signal that they're not happy or feeling connected to you. The subtle direction of your dog's tail wag can also convey their true sentiments towards you. While difficult to catch without close observation, a dog may wag their tail predominantly to the left side if they feel suspicious, fearful, or stressed around another dog or person they don't entirely trust. Recent scientific studies suggest that a tail wagging towards the left indicates negative feelings or unease. Dogs might display this leftward wag in the presence of an unfamiliar or dominant dog, or indeed a person they perceive with caution. In stark contrast, a tail wagging noticeably more to the right side signifies positive feelings, indicating that your dog is relaxed, happy, and genuinely fond of their surroundings and companions. Often, dogs exhibit this rightward tail wag when they are deeply in love with their owner, signaling comfort and contentment. If your furry friend seems to vanish whenever you enter a room, it's often a clear indicator they're actively trying to avoid you. Dogs, rather than engaging in destructive or aggressive behaviors when uncomfortable, often prefer to disengage and create distance. Therefore, if your dog consistently disappears or actively moves away the moment you step into their vicinity, it's a fairly explicit sign that they are feeling threatened, upset, or simply want to put some space between you. It's their way of communicating a desire for solitude from you. However, it's crucial to remember that frequent hiding can also be a significant sign of illness or pain, as dogs often retreat when unwell. If this avoidance behavior is new or combined with other concerning changes, a call to the vet is certainly warranted. A dog who doesn't relax in your presence may also be expressing discomfort. Sleeping is a highly vulnerable state for any animal, including dogs. A truly happy and secure dog will snooze soundly, often in relaxed positions that expose their belly or side, showing that they have completely let their guard down. Dogs are inherently concerned about their safety and will naturally avoid exposing their most vulnerable parts if they aren't completely sure about their surroundings or the people within them. Therefore, if your dog doesn't let its guard down when you are around, remaining tense, alert, or always in a ready-to-move position, it could strongly imply that they don't feel entirely comfortable or safe in your presence. The ability for your dog to comfortably adopt a side-sleeping or belly-up position around you is a clear indication that they are worry-free, deeply relaxed, and feel absolutely secure with you and their environment. Your dog refusing treats from you can be a surprisingly clear signal of their discomfort or distrust. Your dog is far from unintelligent. In fact, most animals will clearly show their uneasiness around a particular person, or convey that they are feeling scared or upset by turning down even their most coveted treat. Have you ever noticed how your furry friend might be less enthusiastic about treats offered by the vet after receiving a shot? That's precisely this mechanism at play, the association of a person with an unpleasant experience or an overall feeling of discomfort. If your dog, normally food-motivated, consistently turns down treats directly from your hand, it's a significant sign that they may not be comfortable or trusting of you. When your dog doesn't bring you presents, it can hint at a deeper connection issue. One of the most endearing ways dogs show trust and affection is by bringing you their favorite toys, bones, or even random objects they've found, presenting them as gifts. While you might not share their excitement for a tattered old tennis ball, their willingness to share their cherished possessions with you is a powerful sign of true affection and confidence. This is because most dogs are inherently possessive of their belongings. They are essentially trusting you enough to temporarily relinquish a valued item, knowing you'll either share in the prey or, more likely, respectfully return it. So, if your dog never initiates sharing their toys or treats with you, it could very well be a sign that they don't trust you enough to share something so personal and important to them. It can be a difficult truth to face, but if your dog consistently prefers the company of someone else in the household over yours, it's a strong indicator of where their affections truly lie. Imagine coming home full of excitement to see your dog, only to find them snuggling happily with another family member on the couch. But the moment you try to join, your dog gets up and moves away. Or perhaps you notice your furry friend following other household members from room to room, seeking their attention and pets, yet barely sparing you a glance. If your dog consistently turns to others for affection, interaction, and companionship while seeming to actively ignore or avoid you, it's a clear and painful sign. The problem is not necessarily with your dog, but with the connection they perceive, or lack thereof, with you. A profound sign of your dog's unease, or even dislike for you, is if they consistently recoil from your touch. Petting a dog is not just an act of affection, it reassures them of your love, helps release stress for both of you, and significantly strengthens the bond between owner and canine. While there may be occasional moments when your dog is simply uninterested or preoccupied and doesn't want to be petted, if they regularly flinch, stiffen, or actively pull away from your touch, it's a significant red flag. This consistent avoidance of physical contact is a clear indication that there is a problem in your relationship, suggesting discomfort or a lack of trust in your gentle advances. Finally, one of the most undeniable and concerning signs that your dog is unhappy with you is when they growl. A growl from your dog is a very direct and potent vocalization conveying clear distress or aggression. When a dog wants to be close to their guardian, they might whine, make soft calls, or even bark out of frustration to get attention. However, when a dog feels unhappy, threatened, or genuinely hostile towards someone, their vocalizations shift dramatically to become more aggressive, culminating in a growl. Similarly, if your dog bares their teeth at you, exposing their canines, they are sending you an unequivocal and urgent message. Back off. This is a serious warning. These aggressive displays are not to be taken lightly and signify a significant breach of trust and comfort within your relationship.